Hello, and welcome back to Grug Gaming. And welcome back to our Let's Play of Ultima 7, the Black Gate. And actually, I just realized something. It's 11 o'clock. I don't want this duel. I don't want all this fighting to break out while I'm here in Jalome. If you remember last time we're here, we had to murder a man. And I'd like to give us some time before that comes up again. So I don't want it to be noon. I don't want noon to sneak up on us, basically. So we're going. Oh, I can't see. Oh, I hate this. Is that it? There we go. What time is it? 6, 7, 8 hours. Okay. Everybody, 8 hours more, please. There we go. Uh-oh, and now everybody's going to be hungry again. YOLO, Spark. Oh, we're going to run out of food because we don't want to fight these guys yet. Alright. How are we doing on food, Sparky? How's the food looking? Not too good. Oh, I knew food was going to be a problem in this game. I knew it. How are we doing on food here? Alright. We got to start stealing more food, everybody. Our money situation is also not so great. So, 112 gold. I mean, if we have to, we can buy more food. We have enough for that. We can probably buy some here if I feel like we need it. But we need to start stealing more food. There's a couple houses over here I want to go to before we go back and talk to DeSnell. Ooh, somebody chilling out here. You got a locked chest in their house. Go ahead and open that chest up for us, please. The misclicks are very real today, everybody. There we go. There we are. What's in here? This is a hood and pants. But no food. Who are you? A ranger. A random ranger just chilling out here. We got a fancy place. What was that noise? You heard nothing. Go back to bed. Standing before you is a statuesque fighting woman with the eyes that radiate a familiarity with danger. What's your name? I am Syria, a fighter from the south. What's your job? Currently, I am resting from my last voyage as a mercenary. I am studying in Jalome with the fighting trader DeSnell at the Library of Scars. Tell me about the Library of Scars. It's the greatest guild of fighters in Britannia. Tell me about Jalome. This is a city of fighters and duels. If thou dost not like it that way, then leave. Duels are fought here for many reasons. I have mine own reasons for fighting them. Tell me about DeSnell. Master DeSnell teaches a style of pure fighting, which takes thee beyond all previous disciplines that thou mayest have learned. He is a great man and a murderer. Duels. There is no question that Sprelick is the one who took the honor flag of our school. If he does not wish to fight the duels, then he only has to return it. Tell me about Sprelick. I was on guard when Sprelick took our club's honor flag. I saw him take it, but I lost him in the shadows of the night. My punishment was 10 lashes for allowing the thief to escape. I mean to repay him for that. Well, I mean, I can understand wanting to do that. Return. Since Sprelick has not done this, it proves that he is sincere in the grievous insult that he has made against us. Okay. We do not appreciate people who interfere in our private matters. We shall be watching thee. Are you going to watch me rummage through everything you own? It's a big two-handed axe. Please don't hit me with your giant axe. Who do we have in here? We got a box with just garbage. Straight garbage. And a fighter. You see a fighting man. His voice booms like thunder as he greets you. Hail to thee, my lord. What's your name, fighting man? My name is Volk, my lord. As big as a mountain, as strong as an ox, as fierce as well, more fierce than anything thou hast ever fought. What's your job? Job? I am not in the habit of plowing fields or peddling vegetables, my lord. I earn my gold with this sword arm, he says as he flexes a mighty bicep. Right now I'm in Geelong, continuing my studies and my trade with the Snell, and when I am finished my price is going to go up. Tell me of Geelong. I was born here. Is it not magnificent? Why, in any hour of any day thou canst get into a duel with anyone for no reason at all. Now that is what I call the benefits of civilization. Tell me of the duels. A responsibility, yes, even a necessity. The cost of being honorable is that one must defend one's honor. There is no telling just where or when the next stain on one's honor may appear, like the Sprellick fool, for instance. The perfect example. What did Sprellick do? The bloody idiot had no idea that when he took our honor flag he would be seen doing it. Hence, he never considered the fact that he would have to fight a duel over our sullied honor. But now that the whole town is talking of the incident, there is no way that we can refrain from standing up for ourselves, especially since he has refused to return what he has taken from us. Well, what is this flag anyways? There's a widely known and long-standing tradition concerning the honor flag of the Library of Scars. It is said that taking the flag from the wall is a signal, meaning that the person who takes the flag can beat anyone who studies at the school in a fight. It is also a grossly insulting way of saying that thou dost think the method of fighting a school teaches is inferior, which the Library of Scars most certainly is not. Tell me more about it. The Library of Scars teaches the supreme fighting style, one that enables these to get the advantage against the opponents and soundly defeat them through the brilliantly conceived subterfuge of Master de Snell. And de Snell? He's a murderer. He is a genius. Perhaps the greatest military mind that ever lived. He told us so. Alright? If I am not killed and thou art not killed, perhaps we may raise a glass together someday. Well, maybe. But as of right now... Oh, you got a lot of apples! Free food, we're going to come back for that. Is this Ranger awake yet? Hey, Ranger. Wake up. Wake up, buddy. The resident of this bed may not be distraught. Desaruth of company at the moment. Wake up! Alright, we'll come back and find that Ranger later. He's too sleepy to wake up, apparently. Whose house is this? Is this de Snell? Or Sprellick, I mean? No, get Grug, stop it. You see a scrawny and timid-looking man who eyes you tearfully. Oh my, he cries, 'tis really the Avatar this time. Please do not hurt me, Avatar. What's your name? My name is Sprellick. What's your job? I am the proprietor of the Bunk and Stool here in Geelong. The Bunk and Stool? It is the local inn where all the fighters from the Library of Scars come to drink. They would wreck the place every night if not for Ophelia and Daphne. But that does not matter, for soon I will be dead. Tell me about the Library of Scars. It is a club of fighters run by Master de Snell, second home to the fiercest and most ruthless fighters in all of Britannia. Alright, tell me about Geelong. This is a town of fighters who pass their time fighting each other in bloody duels. It is no place for me. I should never have left Minot. Tell me about Ophelia. Ophelia is one of my barmaids. She's gorgeous. If Daphne cannot handle our patrons, when they become unruly, Ophelia will simply charm them. And Daphne? Daphne is one of my barmaids. She is, rather large. If Ophelia cannot charm our patrons when they become unruly, Daphne wrestles them to the ground. What do you mean by dead? 'Tis a long story. I shall probably be dead before I can finish it. Tell me the story. My tale is a strange one. It may disturb and puzzle thee. Art thou certain thou wouldst like to hear it? I better, because everyone in this town wants you dead. It all started the previous evening. I had given Ophelia and Daphne the evening off. A stranger had come to mine inn, a very odd stranger. He claimed he was the Avatar, and I believed him, which shows thee how gullible I am. Tell me about the stranger. His eccentricities seemed to be surpassed only by his wealth. He booked both rooms in the inn so that he could try each bed and decide for himself which one was the most comfortable. As for food, he was voracious. He was a member of the Fellowship, too. Really? What kind of food? This stranger ordered one of every kind of food and drink on the menu. So if he had ever wanted anything, it would be right there to eat. I was cooking for hours, but then it got worse. He went to bed. You were cooking? Of course. Most of the food he left was uneaten. I had to give it away once it started to spoil. How was he so eccentric? I fear the stranger was not who he claimed to be at all. I was a victim of a great and terrible deception that was perpetuated on me. Okay, he went to bed. So what? After he went to bed, he complained that he was too cold. I brought him more and more blankets, but it was not enough. Finally, he had every blanket in the inn, and he was still cold. In desperation, I ran down the street. It was the middle of the night. All of the shops were closed. The only thing I could find was some sort of old tapestry hanging on a wall, so I took it down. In this tapestry, the next thing I remember, there was an angry woman chasing after me. For some reason, she wanted to kill me. I managed to get away from her and get back to the inn and cover the stranger with a tapestry. Finally, he fell asleep. So he went to sleep, finally. I also fell asleep, only I slept late. When I awoke, the guest was gone. He had not paid his bill and had taken all the blankets, even the tapestry. Therefore, I could go look for him. I had a visitor. Who was the visitor? It was the woman who had chased me the night before. Her name was Syria. She said that I had stolen the honor flag from the wall of the Library of Scars. She also challenged me to a duel to the death unless I give it back. She's much bigger than I. When I tried to explain that I could not give it back, she hit me. It hurt. A lot. Well, that's not good. The angry woman. Actually, I had seen this angry woman before. She would enter my establishment upon occasion. Unfortunately, this was our first formal acquaintance. So, you told her it was gone. As I have said, I was rooked by a professional, a master criminal, no doubt, and one who is still at large. All right. I will say this of the Lady Syria. She is quite beautiful when she is angry. At least the visions of that swam through my head after she had hit me were quite beautiful. Tragically, I awoke. Nighttime. Actually, now as I recall being out in the night air, it was quite a tolerable evening. Alas, I was oblivious to little else but the prospect of earning a goodly sum in the service of the stranger. Woe is me. Tell me about the duel. Later that day, I ran into a man named Vokes. He is a fighter at the Library of Scars. He asked me to return the honor flag, and when I tried to tell him I could not, he hit me. Then he challenged me to a duel to the death, to be fought right after my duel with Syria. After Vokes left, I encountered a man named Timmins. He asked me to return the honor flag to the Library of Scars. I told him I cannot, and he also challenged me to a duel to the death. I told him I was busy, but he scheduled the challenge for right after my duel with Vokes. Timmins, Vokes, and Syria are the three toughest fighters in Shalom. I cannot hope to survive against one of them, let alone all three. The mysterious guest and the honor flag are nowhere to be found. Even now, my barmaids are taking bets on the manner of my demise. Whoa. Okay, so Timmins has come to Shalom only recently. I can tell thee nothing more of him. Vokes? He is a fearless warrior who cherishes any opportunity for combat. Beware of him. Syria. She is not as bad as she may appear to be. No doubt that woman has a temper, but I am sure she is quite nice once thou hast gotten to know her. If not for these sad circumstances, we might have gotten the chance to get to know each other better. Your demise. Mine only hope for survival is to find a champion who could stand up to the fiercest fighters in Shalom. I could be a champion. Wouldst thou be my champion, Avatar? Yes. Sprellick falls to his knees before you in gratitude. Avatar, thou hast saved my life. I cannot thank thee enough. Well, goodbye. Good day to the Avatar. All right, well, time is short then. For we have a duel at noon. It's probably going to end up being me against everybody. We got one more building here. Check this guy out. This is the pub. Who we got here? We got the barmaids. I'm really kind of looking for some food to steal. That door is locked. This door is locked. Hey. Kid, do your job. Didn't work. These cannot be picked. Okay. Let's check the register. Doskin of Vesper, Lord Shamino, Eshidamunglo, Aaron of Britain, Carmen of Buccaneer's Den in the Avatar... Not quite me. You see a disgruntled, obviously overworked barmaid. She gives you a perfunctory grunt of a hello. What's your name? I am Daphne. What's your job? That's an easy one. I am the workhorse in residence at the Bunk and Stool. While our resident princess flirts with the customers, I do all the cooking, cleaning, and serving. Ah. Tell me about being the workhorse. Ever since the owner, Sprelick, got himself into trouble with the Library of Scars, there hath been no one else to run the place. Oh, mine aching back. Who's the princess? That would be Ophelia. The Bunk and Stool. The Bunk and Stool is where the fighters and ruffians come to drink and Jalome. This is not an easy job keeping such a lot happy with all their drinking and dueling and gambling. Alright. Sprelick. The fool was caught stealing the honor flag from the wall of the Library of Scars. Now the 3 students who challenged him will kill him on the dueling field. It's a tragedy. The Library of Scars. That is the fighting club in Jalome, which produces perhaps the toughest fighters in all Britannia. Sprelick has never fought before in his entire life. Ophelia. Ophelia this, Ophelia that. That is all I ever hear all bloody day. If all that was talk about is her, talk to someone else. Gambling. In fact, I am taking bets on the upcoming duels. Does thou wish to bet that Sprelick will lose to any of the other 3 duelists? No. If thou wouldst like to bet in favor of Sprelick, thou mayst see Ophelia. But I warn thee, thou will be throwing thy money away. Well, okay. What do we have here? Cheeses, flour, hams. Okay, there's a bunch of food here for us to steal. So we're gonna get a bunch of food here in a bit. Probably nighttime once people go to bed. That'll be empty. But we didn't find Dupre, who's supposed to be in this town. Who is this dude? Wake up! Wake up! I'm opening and closing this chest right next to you. Can you please wake up? There we go. You see, a very serious young man. He carries himself like a learned and mannered gentleman. Well, my lord, I must prove myself to Desnell. If thou art the one who suffers, so be it. Meet us at the dueling area at next noon. What's your name? Timmins is my name, my lord. What's your job? At the moment I have no job. I left all that behind in New Machincia. I have come to Jalome to study under Master Desnell in the Library of Scars. The Library of Scars? A sailor on a ship at port in New Machincia first told me of the Library of Scars, of how it was the greatest fighting guild of Britannia, and now its trainer, Master Desnell, had created the perfect fighting style. I immediately spent every coin I had to come here, but Desnell now refuses to accept me as a student. I know if I can defeat a fighter who claims to be better than anyone in the guild and help restore its honor in the process, Desnell will have to finally accept me. In Jalome? I am afraid I not would be able to help thee. I know little of this town except for my duels. I am only newly arrived. Perhaps I should ask somebody else. The duels? I had heard of this man, Sprelick, who claims he is a greater fighter than any in the Library of Scars, and how he had stolen the flag from their wall. So I sought this man out and challenged him to a duel myself. Library of Scars. And then it just circles around, I bet. Alright. A pleasure speaking to me. Thanks, Master Ranger. Well, man, no Dupre. I was really hoping we'd find him here. Like, I was so excited to get here because we had been hearing tale. There's just a dog in here. About how Dupre was here in this town. And there's no Dupre. And I was really hoping to get him to join us. Well, let's go talk to Desnell. Let's get this over with. Because it's going to be bad. Come on. Come on, y'all. Alright. To Jalome. Save. Alright, first things first. Name. Now, we've already seen his dialogue. So we're not going to read through it all again. We're going to ask him the same questions. He tells us about the weird the stuff. Let's ask him about the dagger. We produce the dagger. It matches what he's described as their weapons. He cannot conceal his surprise and asks about the dagger. We tell him we found it at the murder site. He gives us a curious look, tells us it was stolen, then asks if we want to see a demonstration of his fighting technique. If we say no, then perhaps thou should try one. Demonstration. Very well, let us begin. And he attacks us. So it's not murder. That was self-defense. Straight up. Now he's got this serpentine sword. Is anybody using a sword? You are. Let's put down our regular sword. How much does this weigh? This weighs 2. A serpentine sword weighs the same amount. So we'll go ahead and let Shamino have a curvy sword because it looks cool. Alright. So this room is locked, but we already know that the key we picked up in his house will unlock this room, as we saw that before. And inside of here, what prizes do we have? A dagger and a book. The Book of the Fellow... Ah! So he was a fellowship member. We know that because he had the medallion. And gold bars. There's 300 gold, my friends. Thank you very much. I'll be taking this. I never did look up what these other things are. We don't need a just random fellowship jewel. I never did look up what these starbursts are. I don't know if they're gems or what they are. Are they usable items? We'll just call this murder, because he tried to murder us. If I double click one of these, does it do something? Or are these a gem that we can sell? I think these are a gem. I wonder if the guy in Britain buys them. We'll find out. But that's what you get for attacking the Avatar. Everybody just walk on his corpse. Show him that we don't care. This is the respect the Avatar gives those he's defeated. Jerk. Attacking me. Well, I wonder if we're going to have to fight these duels then. Because the guy's dead. I guess we just wait here for noon. I believe these are for the trainers to use. If thou art in need of practice, why not seek out a trainer? Same for this, I think. So what time is it? 9:02. Alright. So let's go ahead and... 9, 10, 11. So I guess we just have to wait. I'll put this under LP. Oh, you always have a bad feeling, YOLO. I just really wish I could find Dupre. I mean, they told us he was here in Jalome. They were very clear about this fact. There was no question. Alright, we're gotta be ready for a duel. Anytime now. Let's see. It is 11:17. Passing the time away. Let's go take a look around in here. Anything we want to pick up? Not really. What are these? Oh, bales of wool. Oh, he's spinning wool into cloth. Okay. I find that to be acceptable. Right now we're just waiting for this duel to happen. We're waiting for noon to come along. It's gonna be a moment. I wish we could speed up time without resting, like just to get to the exact time we want. I also wish Dupre was here. Oh, Dupre. Listen, everybody have a seat around this table. We need to talk. Does anybody know where Dupre is? I mean, we've been looking for him for quite a while. He's kind of the missing linchpin of our group. I need all of you to do some thinking. YOLO, I need you and Spark especially to think about where Dupre might be. Jaina, if you've seen him, you tell us. Shamino, just, we need to know, okay? So, let's get out there and think about it. Now that we've had a moment for our meeting. Alright. It should be almost time for people to arrive here. Hopefully soon. 11:48. We're supposed to do 3 duels. Hack people to death with my two-handed sword. Exalt just randomly crashed. Thank goodness we just saved the game. I don't know why it does that. That's the second time we've seen it randomly crash on us. It just shuts down when it does, which is really weird. So let's get back to it. I can't think of what actually does it. Like, I don't know if it's got a memory leak or something, or like what causes it just to shut down. I have no idea. Alright, come on, buddies. Where are these people that I'm supposed to duel? Bring on the duels. I am the Avatar, and I shall use my strength to prove this man safe. For I appear to not be able to find a solution that is not murder to this problem. Aha! To arms! To the death! I don't think either of you are who I'm looking for. Joseph nods. Ah, Sprellick. Yes, I have heard of the events surrounding this fellow Sprellick and the duels against the Library of Scars, but frankly, my official policy has been not to get involved in this sort of personal dispute. How about you get involved? Desnell and I have an understanding. He works his side of the street and I work mine. It's hard enough to maintain order in this town without jeopardizing that. If I interfere, Desnell will challenge me to a duel. If I am killed, then his control of our town would be absolute. I killed Desnell. Alright. Enjoy the stay in my city, but if he has no stomach for it, get out. Alright, these guys are just doing their little training. It's noon. Where's the guys who I'm supposed to fight? Is one of you Voska? No. It's you. There we go. So, once again, I am at thy service. So, thou wishes to fight for the cowardly Sprellick. Then I'll have no choice but to finish thee myself. Oh! There's the other two. Get them, guys. Woo! I am the best at murder. I am the best. You just have a sword. You have a bow, an axe, a two-handed, this is a regular two-handed sword. Yep, we'll grab these arrows for the young lad. And what were you carrying, Mr. Ranger? Just a two-handed sword and... what is this? Is that just... it's just a piece of wood. Alright. Well, let's go tell Sprellick he's safe, because we dueled those people 6 on 3. You know, the best way to... a fair fight. I felt it was a fair fight. Fair enough. Oh, actually, since they're dead... the most important part of the game, which is our food supply situation. Go ahead and just grab all these apples. Now, apples aren't great because they don't give us that much hunger filled up, but they weigh a little bit. So they're not as good as, say, mutton. But there's a bunch of them there. Was there any food in this guy's house? No. Was there any food in Syria's house? Now that she's dead. Now that we've killed pretty much everyone in Jalome. Nope. Just that axe. Okay. Well, let's go talk to Mr. Frady Pants over here. Hey, dude, I got great news. Great news. Stop moving. Greetings again, my lord. You're safe now. You tell Sprellick that the situation has been resolved and how it was done. Sprellick practically kisses your feet. How can I ever thank thee? Thou art the most noble person I have ever met. I shall be forever in thy debt. I thank thee. All right. Well, goodbye. Good day to the Avatar. So we have saved this poor little boy, man, child thing from a fate worse than death by doing the only honorable thing and murdering half the people on the island. You know, like you do. Oh, wait! You see the familiar face of your good friend Dupre! While somewhat older, he still seems full of his usual casual good humor. Sir! Why, dost thou not recognize me? It is I, Lord Brish! He laughs. Dost thou not know thy friend Dupre when thou sees him, Grug? Do not be so modest, Sir Dupre. Thou shouldst tell the Avatar that thou hast been knighted since last you met. Sir Dupre looks quite embarrassed. Well, yes, I would have gotten around to that. So what's your job? I have not seen our old friends in some time. Currently, I am conducting a study of all the various drinking establishments in Britannia. Oh, Dupre. At present, I am about halfway through, but it is nothing that could keep me from adventuring with thee, Grug. Here's my buddy Spark. Dupre points a thumb at Spark. He is joining us as well? He mutters at you. Art thou trying to make me feel old, Grug? What about your friends? Our old friends, Yolo and Shamino. Yolo. Grug, there's a strange old man following thee, and he bears a vague resemblance to Yolo. It is most odd. Thy drinking must have blurred thy vision, Sir Dupre. Then thou hadst better join me for one later. It will give thee the chance to catch up to me. In Shamino? Sir Dupre snorts. From what I heard, Shamino was all but settled down and retired from the adventuring life. I still have a few wild oats left to sow, thank thee very much. Then it is good to see another member of our old sewing circle once again. How about here in Gelome? It is something like the old times of Britannia during the days of thy last visit, only more bloodthirsty. The local sport in Gelome is dueling. Tell me about the dueling. Perhaps now that some of Gelome's local ruffians have been well smited, things in that town will calm down, although I doubt they will for long. What do you mean by old times? These people still believe that any problem can be solved by hitting something or stabbing someone. They remind me of a more primitive but less complicated time. Perhaps that is why people live here, to escape their modern problems. Come along! I would be both an honor and a pleasure to join the online adventures once again. Alrighties. We have now got our friend Dupre. Dupre, get up. Dupre, stand up. Here, if we all sit down, will you stand up? There we go. Now will you join us? Oh, he doesn't have a weapon. Is Dupre naked? Not terrible. Oh, he's got a sword, but he just didn't have it equipped. Okay, he's got his shield. Classic Dupre. Oh, that's a ring icon. Okay. He's got some beer. Just use the beer. And some meat. Go ahead and just eat that now. Okay. So he's got a pretty good carry weight too, which is good. I'm going to need to get him some bags. Like normal. But I like Dupre. He's looking good. He's looking like his old self. Folks, we have got a party. We got all the old folks together. Dupre, Shamino, and Yolo traveling with Grug. This is great. This is great. But we just need some food because we just added another face to the food pile. Let's see. Are these still locked? Yes. So what I need to have happen is I need it to be nighttime. What time is it now? 13:12. Can we just steal the food outright if I walk in here and they're both looking the other way? Like, What if I just do this? What was that noise? Yeah, they can't hear it. We're good. They're facing the wrong way. If I was giving them a moment to react to this, we might have a problem. But we're not, so we should be fine. I don't see any guards coming. And it's just our... Here, put it in this bag. Wherever the cheese will fit. What was in here? Ham? Flour. Wasn't there one that had a bunch of ham? Ham! Keep taking the ham. Don't stop taking it. Take this mutton as well. Alright, won't fit. Just fill up every bag you can. Oh, hey. Give this to him. There we go. There we are. Alright, any other containers we see? Some cheese right here. Some carrots. Some ham. Some mutton. There we go. Refilled our collection of food. And we have so much carry weight on him. Oh man, we're gonna have to get him some bags. We're gonna have to go look for some bags. Probably should be some in some of these places where we've murdered all the people. One would hope. I actually don't think there are. We haven't seen a lot of empty bags lying around anywhere recently. Oh! Get off of the edge! There we go. To the death! I hope not to the death. You two should be fine. Well, let's talk to the mayor real quick before we wrap up here. How may I assist thee? Sprelick. Yes, I have heard the events surrounding this fellow Sprelick in the duels against the Library of Scars, but frankly, my official policy has been to not get involved in this sort of personal duel. Good, you don't need to. So last we heard, the people we were after were headed to Britain. And that is where we need to go next, everybody. Our next target, our next adventure, shall be off to Britain itself. Which is going to require another sea voyage, which I'm sure is going to go just as well as the first sea voyage we went on. So folks, we have that to look forward to in the next episode of Gaming with Grug. Thanks for joining us as we murdered our way through Jalome and picked up our paladin buddy, Dupre. We'll see you on the next episode of Game with Grug. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.